from the Pembrokeshire Agricultural Society. A very good morning to you, Delme.
Good morning, both. How are you all?
Good morning. It's County Show Eve, the night before County Show. How are you feeling, Delme?
Well, it's just like the night before Christmas, really. I won't be able to sleep. I'm nervous of what's going to happen and what presents I'm going to get tomorrow, to be honest. But everything seems to be going really well up here on the showground. The weather is ideal for setup. It's cloudy, it's not too warm, but it's dry. And I think that'll hopefully make things smooth today. So we've got over 330 to 340 trade stands coming along this year, which is a huge increase on last year. So it's a perfect day for that, but I'm hoping that the weather gods are with us for tomorrow and we're going to have 2 dry days, which is unusual. But when you look at all the apps, I've been checking the weather app for the last 6 weeks to see, and every time the new day comes on and you could see it coming up to the 20th and 21st, and it was sunshine for both days, then it turned to rain for one, now it's back to sunshine for 2. So I am hopeful that we will get 2 dry days.
That would be wonderful. And tell me, just explain, what is the importance and significance of the County Show?
I think it's a difficult one to explain because it's different to everybody. Everybody wants something different from the County Show, but I think the thing to think about, it's 220 years since the first County Show was held.
Wow.
And the important thing is still going. And as much as people are negative, and you see it all the time on social media, somebody puts on something and somebody puts on a negative post. And it happens then everybody has to follow the negative trail. And I tend to ignore it because feedback is important. But if you've got feedback on how we can make things better, come to us. There's no point making it a public slagging match, really, about things they're unhappy with, because we can make things better. And we do listen to people, and we have listened, and we've made lots of changes again this year. But the key thing is it's a rural show for rural communities, celebrating the best of agriculture in Pembrokeshire and in West Wales, but at the same time, bringing people from the town and country together so that people from the towns can understand what agriculture and farming is about, but also at the same time remembering the fact that without farmers there'd be no food. And I think it's a crucial element for them to come and understand, where their food comes from, what the importance of food miles is, eating locally, buying locally, sourcing locally, businesses sourcing locally from Pembrokeshire farmers is crucial. So all of this comes together in one area in Pembrokeshire, in Withybush, where everybody can see the importance of the agricultural community in Pembrokeshire. And I think that's a message that has to go out, not just within the public of Pembrokeshire, but within the decision makers of Pembrokeshire as well, that the rural area is just as important, and we need to protect the rural areas because more and more things are happening that are affecting farming and the way people live in rural areas because of the lack of transport, the lack of everything at the moment. So it's a way of bringing people together. And also at the same time, we have to recognise a lot of the farming community don't have the opportunity to get together as much as they did historically. When we used to have a mart in Haverfordwest, I remember as a child, every Tuesday I'd go to Haverfordwest with my parents. Every Saturday I'd go to Cardigan with my parents because that was a market day. Fishguard had a market day as well. And you'd go to these. But now we don't have that. So I think it's important that people could come along and talk, meet each other, sit down, enjoy, have a cup of tea, have a drink or something on the showground. But most importantly, they've got somewhere to come, share their experiences over the last 12 months, think about their aspirations and thoughts for the next 12 months as well. And with all the issues that the farming industry have been facing over the last 12 months, it's an opportunity to come along and talk about it and enjoy each other's company and enjoy life.
Enjoy life. Gina.
Yeah, I've been going to the Pembrokeshire County Show since I was a child, and it's something which we really, really look forward to every single year. And just hearing you there, Delme, it is that social event that brings everybody together. And like you say, a lot of farmers, they don't get these opportunities to go out and about. And I know that over the next couple of days, there's going to be those opportunities for people to have that sit down, that cup of tea, that even the passing across the showground, and it really does bring everyone together, and it's a real feel good couple of days, so I'm very, very excited about it.
Yeah, Delme, I've got some very fond memories of competing on horses back in the day, and you've got some record entries on the equine field. Give us some of the numbers that we can expect over the course of the next 2 days.
Right, well, we're over 800 horse entries at the moment, which is brilliant. We've got just under 100 then entered in the show jumping, which again is great. Our cattle and sheep numbers are down slightly, but I think that's expected because of the turbulence within the livestock sector at the moment, with the TB still a huge issue for the farmers in Pembrokeshire, for cattle TB, bovine TB there. But also we've got the blue tongue disease around the country as well. So there's probably a bit of nervousness about bringing animals together. And of course, then we've got the added pressures of bird flu, which means that we are unable to have our normal poultry show this year. But we have got a replacement, and I must pay tribute to the poultry committee. You know, they're doing some arts and crafts competition around the poultry theme, but also we have a pigeon show, and it'll be interesting. It's worth going to have a look at that, to be honest, because I expect the pigeon to be what you see on Castle Square or anywhere else, but these are very, very different. It is amazing when you see them. They're very different looking pigeons. So it's worth having a look at that. Craft and horticulture entries are up by hundreds at the moment, but of course those entries don't close till tonight. So the craft and horticulture team, the chairman of that committee, has been over to me twice to get more stuff because they've run out, because they've got so many entries, so which is good. And as I said, trade stands are up as well, so there's more for people to see. And we've introduced a new well-being, a taste of well-being marquee with about 8 local alternative therapists and things coming along and trying to encourage people to try out different therapies and things. We've also got the usual food hall, which is full in a new location, which hopefully people will enjoy it there. And we've brought in, between everything, we've got a lot of stuff to everybody. So numbers are up, which is great.
Oh, we love that. And you mentioned the pigeons. Sadly, there's going to be no chickens there. However, am I right in saying you're going to have, I'm going to say, a close relative, distant relative in the form of some dinos around the park?
Yes, and that's not me walking around, but we're going to have some dinosaurs around us. And we've got a team coming down, Rent a Dinosaur. So there'll be a train a dinosaur show happening twice a day. And then there'll be a walk around with the baby dinosaurs throughout the day as well. So that'll be an exciting new thing. And I think if anybody's in Castle Square today around 1 o'clock, we're going to have some Shire horses. And I'm hoping that if everything works out well, the Mayor and Mayoress of Haverfordwest, who are very, very good friends of us here at the show and very supportive, will be joining our presidents on a ride around Haverfordwest through Bridge Street and down through Haverfordwest to sort of promote the show. It used to happen many, many years ago, but of course things change and legislation changes and it gets difficult to do these old traditional things. But we're quite proud of the fact that it's our 220th year from the first show, and I think it's important we try and bring back some of these nice traditions that we used to do many, many years ago. So yeah, so between dinosaurs, the Shire horses, we're bringing back a lot of the older things as well, just to keep that element going.
I love that. And you were saying earlier about bringing the towns and the countryside together. There is something wonderful about, and like, it's easy to overlook when you live in the towns that agriculture is one of the 3 big hotbeds of industry in the county. So to have Shire horses walking through the county town, as you sometimes see in those old pictures that you see in the Haverfordwest Town Museum, this is what the town would have been a long time ago.
Yeah, it would have been. I've seen pictures of Haverfordwest back in the 1800s and things, and you see that there was a Salutation Square, and you see all the horses going up High Street and across Victoria Place and things like that. And I think it's nice to bring that element back into it, and also working closely with the town team as well, because there's a lot of ideas coming there, and we've been working with the town regeneration committees and things, you know, because we're slightly outside town, but the facilities we've got here is huge, and there's so much potential to do festivals and things. You know, I'd love it if somebody would come to me with an idea and of how we could do a multi genre festival here, because we've got 3 huge buildings and you could have a really good very mini Glastonbury sort of style event up here. But that's something else. And, we're also so proud of our heritage and farming that we will be announcing tomorrow our Pembrokeshire Food and Farming Awards, which will be held in December. And we've got 12 categories there recognising the food and agricultural industry in Pembrokeshire. So that'll be something that we'll probably be working with yourselves on, because we are sort of partners in a lot of stuff we do. So hopefully we'll be in touch with you as Pure West after this event is over with regards to our next event as well. And of course, then we don't just have the show here, we have the lead up, then we've got the Christmas Fair coming, which is another huge event that we host in December. And there's something on the showground all year round. So working with the team in the Half-Dress Regeneration groups and things is important to us as well. So that's why we're delighted that we could be down in Half-Dress today.
Oh, I can't wait. I might even try and pop down and get a sandwich at the same time. There's nothing like being around horses, and it'll be a blast of nostalgia for me. And you mentioned there that we're partners with you on lots of different things. Gina, we're going to be there broadcasting live from 6 a.m.
Yes, so very much looking forward. I'll be setting my alarm super early in hair and makeup to get up to the show tomorrow morning. And it is, we put it on our calendars every single year. And right from one show to the other, we really, really do look forward to it. And I know that I'm hoping we're going to have record numbers over the next couple of days. And like you say, with the weather looking good as well.
Yes, I'm hopeful.
Hopeful. Tell me if there's people out there that were kind of on the fence and thinking, oh, I'm not sure about it this year. This is your time now to say any last things you want to say about the show, and tell them how, and remind us how to get tickets and what the show is all about.
I think just come along and experience the uniqueness of the county show. There's something here for everybody, and I'm sure you will love every minute of it. We would say that it's easy to access. There's flat surfaces everywhere, and if you come to the show, come to gates 5 and 6, which are the Withybush Road by the A40 Withybush Airport entrance, or the Poison entrance, as we call it, on the Cardigan Road. For the public to come to those two gates will make things a little bit smoother, hopefully, for access. And if you want to buy tickets, they're available online at the moment for £17, and on the gate at £19, which is cheap, really, for a day that we provide here. And to think that our prices are the same as they were in 2019. So, 5-6 years later, we have not put our prices up because we want to recognise the fact that everybody needs an opportunity to come here. Carers come for free as well. So if you are caring for somebody and they've bought a ticket, go online and book your carer's ticket for free as well. So we're trying to make it inclusive for everybody. We've got the ideal location because it's flat, it's a lot of tarmac, and it's easy to get around.
And it is a sight to behold, seeing all the livestock, the machinery, the horses. It's going to be a wonderful 2 days. I imagine you've got a busy Tuesday ahead of it.
Yes, it's very busy at the moment on the showground with all the trade stands being set up. But the buzz is amazing, and I think everybody's in a really good hoil, as they say in Wales. Yeah. And I think hopefully that will last now over the next 2 to 3 days.
Well, we can't wait to bump into you over the course of the 2 days when we see you there on the site, hopefully with a big grin saying, look, we've done it again, and it's bigger than better than ever. Delme Harries, thank you so much. Pass on our thanks to the whole team and the committee that put this show on. And we can't wait to enjoy it all over the next couple of days.
I certainly will. And remember, there's over 200 people involved, volunteers, which is amazing.
It is. Thank you so much. Gina, it's gone 9:38. So Delme, mind your ears. I'm about to play something quite loud. It's an alarm klaxon.
Okay.
And there you go. That is your alarm. The Unscramble competition with Folly Farm has now closed for this morning. Will you be going into that main prize draw at the end of the month? Well, we'll find out if you got the right answer and if our computer's going to pick you just before 10.
Love that. One more time, our big thanks to you, Delme, for joining us. And we can't wait to see you at the county show. It's 9:39 here on your breakfast show with Folly Farm.
Folly Farm, sponsors of the breakfast.